they've given up some plays at times, some big plays, but they've got a lot of good players on that defensive unit, and they've got a scheme that's unique. It presents a lot of challenges for you, and so it's won't be anything easy. And I just look back at last year's game. They really made it tough for us to move the football. That's kind of what we'd expect again this year. I think it changed a little bit maybe, but philosophically they're really the same. And it's the second year now with that defensive coordinator, his system. So it's kind of like the offense. I think the players are more responsive to what they're being asked to do, and they make it tough on you. So we're going to have to really be at our best.
What sort of challenges does that present? You talk about being a unique defense.
Well, it starts with they have good players. They've got a lot of talented players, and then they just do some things that are a little bit different than quote unquote your if there's such a thing as a standard defense. But so it's a week I think where our guys are really going to have to be very sharp on the game plan, and really our communication is going to have to be good, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge on the road certainly.
Do you play the mystique of Michigan at all anymore? Is that kind of worn off, or how much of that is a factor when you go for big house?
All I know is all I know, and I guess what I didn't know is we were 8 of 11 in the negative column. I didn't know that till last Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever I read that. But it's not surprising. I mean, traditionally they've had a great program, and we're going up to play a 5-1 team that we were had our work cut out last year. I mean, we were fortunate to win that football game, so. It's going to be a heck of a football game. And I think all of our conference games are probably going to be that way. None of the other ones really concern me that much right now. But it's going to be a big challenge for us. And they've got a lot of good football players, and they've got a good team. And we're going to have to, and it's I guess the biggest stadium there is now. So, but that's when you go on the road in our conference, that's what you expect, and you have to raise your level of play.
What did you think of when you heard that their stadium can now seat 113,000?
I actually, accidentally read that somewhere last week. I mean, I wasn't looking for it, but it was in something I read. I didn't think much. I mean, I thought it was pretty big last time we were there. So how much bigger is it? 3,000 people or something like that? 110, 113 really doesn't matter. But big is big.
But you've had a lot of national media here for different stories on the football field. But to have somebody here doing a story on Julian, not just the football, but the singing and everything else, really unique story, a unique kid.
Yeah, Julian's a Renaissance man, if we've ever had one. He and President Scorton, David Scorton, for those who don't know, was that way. And he and Julian would get along pretty well. Have a lot of varied interest. And I imagine part of the feature was one of the first moments I remember was Julian getting up and singing at the Alamo Bowl as a true freshman. And sucked everybody in and then just belted out the theme song from Phantom of the Opera, and it was good. So, that was kind of my first exposure to some of the diverse talents that he has. He's a delightful young guy. He's been a very good football player for us too, but a delightful young guy. I'd venture to say probably has as diverse interests as anybody we've ever had come through the program. So it's at least good interest. Maybe we've had some guys with some funny ones. I don't know, but. Julian's a pretty unique guy.
What's he going to be when he grows up?
That's a great question. He's got a lot of things he's interested in, and he's taking courses that I probably couldn't spell, let alone take. So he's an amazing guy.
You talked to him, going back to a little bit